Hello everyone, my name is Beth and this is my Flosstube channel, Busy Bee Stitches. Welcome to my October update. I feel like the entire world is against me making this video, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It's taken me 8 days to be able to even sit down and film, and now it's like 80 degrees in my house and there's a moth or a fly or something flying around this room. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna film anyway. We're just gonna power through. We're gonna make a video. It's gonna be great. Okay. So let me tell you about my October stitching because it was a wild ride. I'm gonna blame the entire month on Athena of Stitching Goddess Designs. Thank you, Athena. Also, you know what you did. Her influence this month was a blessing and a curse, and I'll get to more of that in a minute. But I stitched for 28 days out of 31, and half the month was not spent at home, so I'm pretty impressed by being able to get in that much stitching. I worked on 15 different projects. It's been a while since I worked on that many projects in a month. Again, Athena's fault. And it's Athena's fault because she hosts 13 Stitches of Halloween, which I've never done before, I don't think. And I finally was persuaded to do it this year. Not like she had to twist my arm particularly hard, but it's still really fun to blame her. Okay, so I worked on 15 projects. 10 of those 15 were starts. So again, with the blaming. I did get 4 finishes though. All of those 4 finishes were starts from this month. That means that my starting whip count was 32, but I have 4 inactive whips, so that's, what is that, 28? And then my final would be 40 or 36 without the inactive whips. I stitched for 89 hours in October and over 11,000 stitches. The only month where I've stitched more so far this year was July because of Frogwarts. So second best month in terms of stitching accomplishments. I did complete one of my stitching rotation goals, but the rest of my stitching was all 13 Stitches of Halloween. So, yeah, let me just jump right into showing you what I worked on. I'm going to show you in order of the amount of progress, not in order chronologically that I stitched on it, but hopefully you'll be able to follow along with my month anyway. I stitched mostly 2 days per project. That was my plan anyway, that I was going to stitch 13 Halloween projects, fall and Halloween, because I'm not like a huge Halloween stitcher, but I wanted to stitch some Halloween this year, so I did about half and half fall and Halloween. And then my plan was 2 days per project for, what is that, 26 days? And then I would spend the rest of the time finishing off my other goals that I was trying to accomplish in the month. It didn't quite shake out exactly like that, but pretty close, not too bad. All right, first we are going to start with my most worked on project, which was a new start. This is Baby Yoda by Lunar Fox. And this was a start and a finish. There he is. We have the lovely sun going down at the earliest possible time. So hopefully the light is gonna be passable in this video. But I think he's absolutely adorable. He's so cute. I worked on this for almost 11 hours over 2 days. Including the back stitch, was about 1,600 stitches. So that's a lot for 2 days of work. It's a lot. And this right here is a source of a lot of strife for me at this very moment because we are a week into November already, and I have barely stitched in November. And the reason is because I aggravated my repetitive stress injury in my hand and wrist, all because of this pattern. I got close enough to finishing that I really, really, really did not want to put it down. And so I pushed myself, even though my hand was really starting to bother me, and I finished it. And immediately the next day I knew that it was a mistake. I mean, I knew while I was doing it that it was a mistake, and immediately the next day I was assured that it had been a mistake. And now I'm paying for it. But he is really cute. And yes, I am an adult and I did make those life choices for myself. However, it's Athena's fault. Next, and you'll see, I should mention that the projects that I picked to start for 13 Stitches of Halloween were things that are on the smaller side, things that I could either finish this month or, you know, wouldn't take me a ton more work after this month to finish, because I didn't want to add 10 projects that were going to hang out in my whip pile for many years. That was just a little bit overwhelming to consider. So I have some other fall and Halloween projects in my stash that are really calling to me, but I just wanted to keep it small and simple for this month. So that's what I did. All right, so the next project that got the next most amount of work on it was my whip rotation piece, and that is Rainbow Blackwork by Peppermint Purple. I'll put a picture here of what that will look like finished. And my goal on this was 2,000 stitches total, but I needed a little over 1,500 because I started working on it in September. But so I came into October with a little over 1,500 stitches needed, and I achieved that. It took me 4 days of stitching. I feel like the light is really overblowing this. I don't know. But I worked all in the purple, and it's really coming along. I'm almost done with the purple row, more than halfway done with the purple row, and that'll be the halfway point on the project. So that's fantastic. I worked on that for 10 hours in October and 1,600 stitches. All right, next we have Autumn Morning by Maria Bravko. This was a freebie on her Facebook, I believe, and this was also a start and a finish. So there it is. I think this might be my favorite thing that I stitched during October. It's just so gorgeous. The colors, everything. I mean, the back stitch is incredible. There's 2 different colors of back stitch, but then there's also like 1 strand and 2 strand in there, and ugh, I just love it so much. I've had this in my stash for a while, and I was really, really excited to pull it out. So I only 2 days of stitching on this, and it wasn't quite done. But this did get called for another challenge I was doing with some friends, so I ended up finishing this out. So that was 3 days of work total, a start and a finish, and it was about 9.5 hours of work and 1,100 stitches approximately. Next, probably the biggest project that I started for 13 Stitches of Halloween. This is Jack Crow Lantern. I don't have the designer right in front of my face. Hold on, let me see how quick I can grab it. This is designed by Needle Lot Designs. So I'll put a picture of what that will look like finished. And here's my progress. I started this at Stitch New England, which I didn't talk about at the beginning of my video, but I went to Stitch New England and it was a blast. My friends at my table helped me pick the fabric. I had 3 options for this project. So we landed on Picture This Plus French Lilac, and it's an 18 count Aida. And also this needle minder was made by my friend Stacy of, oh my god, what is her new name? Thread the Needle Stitchery, I think. If I entirely made that up, I'll put the right thing here on the screen. Sorry, Stacy. But she made this needle minder and I love it, so thank you very much, Stacy. I got so much more progress on this than I was expecting. I worked on this for 2 days and a total of 7 hours and almost 900 stitches. I know it's like a little hard to see, but this wing is not like fully done. There's still some holes in there, but the crow is like it's like over 2/3 complete, I think. And then I have the whole like pumpkin underneath. Anyway, that was a blast to stitch. I was worried I was gonna regret putting such a large pattern in for this challenge, so to speak, and I don't regret it. I don't regret it. I love it. So next we have another project that I think I started this also during Stitch New England. I definitely worked on it during Stitch New England. This is Troublemakers by Pedal Pusher. Here's what that will look like finished. It's so cute. I got this at Galleria, and I did also get the wood backing bit, so that'll be a really fun way to finish it. I am stitching this on a piece of Frozen by Forbidden Fiber Co. 32 count linen, and all of the called for colors. And there's my progress. Sorry, there's a giant fold in the middle. There we go. I kind of thought this project would be a quickie. It's deceptive, just so y'all know if you're considering starting this project. I was worried that I would get bored of stitching the same thing over and over again, and I did a little bit, but it was a fantastic stitching while chatting with folks at retreat. And there was like one moment where the conversation lulled and I was like, guys, I need you to entertain me because I'm doing very repetitive stitching. Please entertain me. But yeah, it was definitely a good pick for retreat because I didn't have to do a ton of counting. I knew pretty much what I was stitching, so that was great. I did have to a little bit pay attention because all of the ravens around the pumpkins, gotta pay attention so that you don't stitch over where a raven's supposed to go. But other than that, very, very easy. So I stitched on that for 2 days, almost 7 hours, and a little over 800 stitches. Next, another start. This was actually my first start of the month. And it is Pumpkins Please by Erica Michaels. And I received quite a rude awakening when I opened up this pattern. I was expecting to find a DMC conversion provided because it literally says, flosses used, and then it has like the list of flosses that are used. And right there it says suggested DMC alternatives provided inside. That's what it says. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna do the DMC conversion. I open it up and there's no DMC conversion. So then I start looking up these flosses. I'm like, well, maybe I'll just, you know, look up all these weeks and find whatever conversion chart there is to tell me what to stitch. Most of these flosses do not have a DMC conversion readily available. That was super irritating to me. So I had to sort of pick my colors from scratch on this. And some of my colors I really like, and some of them I'm questioning. So y'all can let me know what you think. I'm stitching this on a piece of 28 count from Fiber on a Whim called Presenting Lorelei Gilmore. This must have been from probably the first Gilmore Girls box because I don't think I got any of the Gilmore Girls boxes since then. So I stitched the top half of this design so far. So a reminder, that's what it looks like on the chart. That's what mine looks like. The colors that I'm not loving are the red and the orange. The orange is like freaking neon, and I think it's even like brighter on camera than it is in person. And same with the red. The red is much brighter than I think looks good, and it's even brighter on camera. So the more I look at this, the more I feel like maybe it needs to come out. It's like, I don't know. The picture has like a pretty bright orange. It's this color right here. It's like pretty bright in the picture. But I'm just like not loving how that looks, and the rest of the colors are a little bit more muted, and so I feel like I just need to pick some different colors and pull that out. So that's where I got on this one. Minor bummer, but I still made really good progress. Okay. So I worked on that for 2 days, like a little over 6.5 hours, and almost 800 stitches. Okay, next is It's Okay to Rest by Ba Meow. I'll put a picture here of what that will look like finished. I'm stitching this on a piece of, where's my floss tag? A piece of Picture This Plus Sand. It's an 18 count Aida. And here's how far I got. I was color completing on this one, so whoops. Just realized that was in the frame. Let's not do that. I was color completing on this one, so it does look a little strange. But I absolutely loved every second of stitching on this, and I cannot wait to get back to it. I worked on that for 3 days because one of the days was like kind of dinky progress, and the next day I was like not really in a place to start something new just based on what I had going on that day, so it was much easier for me to just grab this and keep working on it, so that's what I did. I worked on this for 6 hours and 45 minutes and almost 900 stitches. Can I keep stacking these here without showing them in frame? I think I can. Okay. Next was a start and a finish. This is Yellow Leaves by a Russian designer that I will not attempt to pronounce. And here it is. I decided to stitch this on an opalescent. I don't know. Come on, light. Do your thing and show the sparkles. Oh my god, it's not going to. Hold on. I wonder if it's being blocked by this giant stack of whips. There we go. Now you can kind of see the sparkle. This is an opalescent 28 count. Yeah, barely able to see it. It's much more visible in person. I really thought the light was gonna help. Bummer. Anyway, I was nervous about this fabric choice, but I think it's really cute. And yeah, this was a quick stitch. This stitched up in a little over 6 hours and was a little over 800 stitches, and I stitched it all in one day. I'm considering putting my wedding anniversary underneath of that because we got married in October, and I finished this right around our anniversary. So I just think that would be really cute, but I haven't done it yet. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think I should? Wow, it is so hot here. Why is it 80 degrees in November? I hate it. All right, next we have another start and finish. This is Librarian Ghost by, oh, I don't remember. I'll put it on the screen who this is by. And it's so cute. I'm so pleased. I worked on this, I think a little bit during Stitch New England, and thank you so much to my friend Connie of Count Twice Stitch Once, because she had some of the extra colors that I needed to finish this that I had forgotten to bring, and because she's stitching on this too, I think, and so I was able to finish it, which was fantastic. And I just think he's really cute. And I don't know if you can tell, there's a little bit of metallic in there. I love it. I love him so much. I bought this recently, and I think this project is what made me decide to do 13 Stitches of Halloween, because I thought, hey, I could like start and finish that, and that would be super fun and cute. So I was right. I could start and finish it, and it was super cute. So I worked on this for 2 days, a little, almost 6 hours of work, and 650 stitches approximately. That includes backstitch. Next, I worked on Boo by Hello from Liz Matthews. This is also a recent purchase. And unfortunately, a start and not a finish, but I did get some good progress. I'm doing this with my own coloring cotton conversion. I was gonna do it with a conversion of some ones that I saw on the Color and Cotton Facebook page, and then I didn't end up having those colors, which is amazing because I have so many Color and Cotton flosses, but I didn't have those in my stash and I didn't have time to run out and get any, so I just picked my own colors, and that worked out pretty well. Here's how far I got. I finished all the letters and all the animals, which I believe, no, I was gonna say believe is color completing, but I don't think quite. I worked on this for almost 5 hours and almost 600 stitches, and I got 2 days of working on this. I'd say this is maybe halfway done. Maybe not quite. I think this is a forbidden, no. I think this is a Fortnite fabrics. It has some like yellow and purple modeling in it, which I thought was perfect. Next, I worked on Maple Lake, which is my stamped cross stitch that I started a couple months ago. And what I have decided, if you watched my last video where I showed this, I was having consternation about the fact that it was nearly impossible to count stitches on this project, and I have since given up on the idea of counting stitches on this project. It's just like not reasonable to try and do that. So I stitched on this for 4.5 hours. I worked on this for 1 day and got a decent amount of progress though. Sorry, my needle minders are trying to connect to each other. So that's how far I got. You can see that's my progress there on the back. I've been on the fence on like how I wanted to go about this, if I wanted to like go down or across or whatever. And I think I've decided that I'm trying to do like the first 100 block all the way across, but I am carrying each thread like down as far as I can also. So that's why you're seeing a bunch stretched down like that. So I think that's my method, is I'm going to stitch the first row of 100 all the way across and then keep going down. Who knows? I might change my mind the next time this comes out. It has not gotten easier though to tell the difference between the symbols on this pattern, which is really annoying. There's just a number of symbols that are really, really close looking, particularly because of the color, like the purple and the black are just indistinguishable. And so I am having to stitch next to the paper pattern and consult that, which is very annoying and making me not like super enjoy it. I'm definitely gonna finish the project, but like it's making me not want to do another stamped kit. If you have any suggestions, if you've ever done a stamped kit before and you have any suggestions about navigating that, let me know, because I feel like the whole point of it is that you don't have to look at a pattern. Whatever. It's looking cute. I'm okay with it. Next, I worked on Gatekeepers by Whispered by the Wind. This is like a little spooky. I don't know if it's really Halloween. I might have stretched it on this one, but hopefully you guys can. I stitched on like a lot of crows and ravens this Halloween, so I think it fits in, right? And I'm stitching on this to go along with my spooky D&D game, so I'm gonna say it counts. I am stitching this on a piece of fabric. Mystery. I don't know. I have no idea what it is. I started, of course, at the bottom to go with the modeling that I wanted to go with. So there's my progress. Oh god, hold on. There we go. There's my progress. Some considerable progress in 2 days of work. I only did like 3.5 hours of work, about 500 stitches. So feeling pretty good about that. And of course I had to use my dragon needle minder to go with it. I believe that needle minder is from oh my god, it left my brain. If I think of it, I'll put it on the screen. Anyway, very, very cute. Alright, next, only for one day, because I had just worked on this so much not that long ago, and I felt like I could sacrifice a day on this. I worked on Autumn Quakers. Here's what that will look like when it's finished. This is my third oldest whip. I worked on this for almost 3 hours and 300 stitches. So you can see a big difference. I worked on Gatekeepers for under 3.5 hours and I got 500 stitches on it. Autumn Quakers, I worked on it for 3 hours and got 300 stitches on it. So you can see how much slower this project goes for me. So there's my progress. I believe I worked up here in the top. In this top corner up here. So that's coming really well. Next I worked on Silver Moon Tea by Mirabilia. I'm not going to show that because I left it downstairs, but also because I worked on it again in November. So I'll just show that to you in November. I only worked on it for like 300 stitches, so not a ton. And finally, my last project that I worked on in October was a new start, and this just happened to come when I was very busy, and so it did not get a ton of work. This is Wise Guy by Satsuma Street, and this came as a full kit on perforated paper. Let's see if I can, here. There's my progress on it. So I think I color completed the dark purple in the hat, which was nice. But lots more to go still on that one. Even though it's small, it'll go quick. So yeah, that was all the projects that I worked on in October. And honestly, I had a blast. I know I've been joking about blaming Athena for getting me to do 13 stitches of Halloween, but honestly, I needed no provoking. I was more than excited to do it, and I had a blast. I had a blast, and I don't regret the whips that sat while I worked on all these new starts. I had a really fun time. I will say I think I'm probably done with new starting for the rest of the year, just because my whip pile needs some more work. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. So let's talk about haul, because I have a lot of haul, and I can't wait to show it to you. All right, I changed my battery. We'll see how much I get out of this battery, but I think I might have to hurry. Okay, so first thing I bought is a around the neck lamp, because I was stitching in not my regular environment and doing a lot of traveling, and it's so-so. I don't love it. It like rotates a lot when I'm trying to use it, which I don't love. It's hard to like get a good angle and not like block it with my hands and make shadows, and I don't know. It was like a little helpful, a little not, but I like this one specifically because it folds up real small. And it stayed charged for like a long time. The brand of this is Vecchia. Anyway. Next, I went to Stitch New England and bought a lot of stuff. Let's first talk about the stuff I didn't buy. Thank you to everyone who was passing out little freebies. That was just so nice of everyone. Lots of floss drops, a few needle minders, a few needle books. Thank you, everyone. In addition to the needle minder that I got from Stacy, I also got a little resin ort bowl, which I love. Thank you, Stacy. And then everyone got these it says Stitch New England Retreat 2023 on it, needle minders, and a pattern, wicked awesome stitching, and all the things to go with it, and the corner gauge. And I will probably stitch it in different colors than this, even though these are the colors of the retreat, but I will almost definitely stitch this. It's super cute. Next, the super awesome, nice table mates that I had. We have from the lovely Connie of Count Twice, Stitch Once, needle book, super cute. I got to pick which one, and it has a bat charm on the inside, and I got to pick out these straight pins too. So I got one that's an eye and a couple of skulls. Super cute. And she also gave us scissors and a tape measure that are, you know, somewhere. Also, when you are table mates with the 805 Stitcher, you get amazing goodies. Thank you so much. I freaking love it. I can't even say how much I love it. And she gave us the most adorable Friends needle minder too. I just can't say thank you enough times for this. Seriously, so nice. And then, going out of order on my pile here. And then I won a door prize, which was very exciting and unexpected. So I got this octopus project bag, and I am now forgetting the name of the person who made this. Does it say on the inside? No. Should have written it down. But she was super nice. I met her. Anyway, thank you for this. I love it. Then off the freebie table, I got this pattern. It is a full coverage Christmas pattern from Jenny Barton. It's a really nice pattern, but it's full coverage. I'll probably do it on a very dark blue so I don't have to do this darkest blue color, but everything else is stitched. I don't know what possessed me to think that I'm gonna stitch this, but it's so cute and really my style, so I think I might actually get to it. Also, I intercepted this before it got to the freebie table. I believe Connie was putting this on the freebie table and I was like, actually, I'll just take that. So I got this Christmas Mill Hill, which is very cute. I'm not like usually into the sleighs, but apparently I was feeling sleighs on this day. So that was everything I came home with from Stitch New England that I didn't buy. Now let's talk about what I bought. Oh wait, there's one more thing that I didn't buy. Where is it? We got these charts free in our welcome bags. This is by Helen Daly Designs, called Mushroom Mayhem, and it's a little skunk on a stump. Super cute. Alright, now the things that I bought. I bought this adorable cauldron needle minder. It's like 2 layers. And it's very, very cute. This is by Scarlet Sky Designs. So these are things that I bought in the like shop that was open during the retreat, like in the convention center. So I also bought, this is by the Artsy Housewife. I bought Pear Hill. And these pears really spoke to me. And the particular shade of purple of that house, I probably won't do the border, but I just really like that. And by the same designer, I got Una Owl. She also had like a crow or a raven that was awesome, but they were out of that. And then from Little Robin Designs, I got Autumn Sampler. And I really love this. And it says, life starts all over again when it gets crisp in the fall. This is a very me design. And then I bought 2 project bags, which I probably shouldn't have done, but they were too good to pass up. So first I got this pumpkin one by Pammy Ann, and it came with a little thread bed that I've already started using, and has a very cute pumpkin zipper pull. And then I got this other fall bag. I love the back. This is by Lynn Blanchard. Oh, the maker is Lumi and Pie. Lumi and Pie. And this also came with this little, I think it was called a nugget, and it opens up into an Ort catcher. So I super duper love that. With my thumb, I've been really struggling with snaps lately. And I can't get this snap closed. Might have to switch that out for like a magnet or something. I don't know if that's even possible. Okay, then I went to the Stitch New England shop and bought more things because of course. So the first thing I bought is Spirit of Christmas 1 and 2 by Leela Studio. And they had the models there. And I think they're really lovely. I think I probably won't stitch the words, and I will probably change the color to be a more muted red, but otherwise very, very pretty. Next, I got Autumn Splendor by Brenda Gervais. And it's probably really hard for you to see this on camera, but the bird has like Smyrna crosses in it, which I really like. Next, I got Autumn's Wardrobe by Silver Creek Samplers. And this says, as trees undress, the cool winds throw their garments to the earth below. And it has like a cloud character. I love it. And then from Luminous Fiber Arts, I got Stitcher. And I also have the stitching square pattern with the bird. So I think that'll be a cute set together. And then finally I bought, because I saw this and could not stop laughing at it, so that was a sign that I had to buy it. It's not really my style, but sometimes things that aren't your style sort of call to you unexpectedly. This is Come On In by Kathy Barrick, and it says, "Come on in, take off your skin, and dance around in your bones." I just love it. So funny. So that's everything I bought at Stitch New England. And then Etsy had the audacity to run a sale. So I of course bought things. So all of these are gonna be pictures that I'll put up on the screen. So from Vivsters, I got the White Queen. And I'm going to cut out the middle part, so I'll show a picture of what it's gonna look like once I've cut out what I plan on not stitching. Then from Banana Stand, I got What's Next. It's a quote from The West Wing, which is one of my favorite shows ever. Then from Fiddlesticks AU, I got Oz. And then from Attic to Cross Stitch, I got this full coverage Spider-Man, which I think I saw somebody on Instagram stitching and lost my mind. So that had to come home with me. Then from, I don't know how to say this, Quarter Neon? I don't know. I got Of Dragons and Apples. I've seen this being sold all over Instagram and couldn't help myself. Then from Doreen Jones, I got 3 from her. I got Snails and Flowers because my friend Bobby of Pumpkin Creek Primitives is stitching this and it looked super cute and I wanted it. And then of course, while I was looking at that, I also found other things that I liked. So I got this sunflower pouch, which also has heart hanger in it. Both of those have heart hanger. And then I got this Spirit of Christmas, which I believe is new from Doreen Jones and absolutely gorgeous. Next, from Urban Stitches, I got By Candlelight. This is a blackwork pattern that I think is absolutely gorgeous. And I've been really interested lately in blackwork that isn't just like a sampler of blackwork, but is actually like uses the colors and textures to make a really interesting design. So I don't know why the particular angle that I'm at makes it look like my bangs are super weird. I promise they're normal. Then from Rainbow Hunter Designs, I got this owl pattern that I'm absolutely in love with. I think they had like multiple colorways of it, but I really like this one in particular. And finally, from Stitching Jewels, I've had my eye on this for a long time, and I think it's just called Library, but it's just like confetti. It's just, the whole thing is just black confetti, and I think it's really fascinating and I love it. I sped through that because I'm terrified that my battery is gonna die. But I have one more thing to show y'all. I just celebrated my 1-year wedding anniversary and my husband got me the coolest, most thoughtful gift that I maybe have ever received. He personalized a photo album for me. It says Beth Bradley Stitches. And so that's my married name, which already is like so awesome. And so it's just a photo album. And it's blank. There's room for 2 photos and then like a place to write on in between them. And he is going to photograph, and he has like professional photography equipment. He's gonna photograph all of my cross stitch finishes and document them in chronological order in this photo album. I'm so excited. It's like so thoughtful and so nice, and I just can't wait to have all my finishes all documented in one place. I just think that's going to be really special and cool. And then when people ask about my cross stitch, I can just show this to them. And especially to be able to have a place to document the stitches that I have given away as gifts. I think I have pictures of almost all of them. And so I think that will be really extra special. So I cannot wait to start filling that out. All right, my battery is being kind to me, so let's talk about some plans. All right, so as I mentioned, for the month of November, I am taking it easy because my hand, it definitely needs me to chill. I have tried to do a little bit of stitching already, and my hand is saying, please stop. So I'm gonna listen, I'm gonna give it some time to rest and heal, and then I'll be back with a vengeance. So the project that I spun to work on next is Harry Potter Covers Collage by Fox and Teacup. As I have mentioned many times, I am doing the unattributed version because you know why. And so I have 2,000 stitches on that to do. I've done a little bit, but I still have quite a lot to do. And then I have a couple more patterns that have not come up in my rotation that I'm gonna squeeze in. Screw the rotation, I'm done. I'm just going to slot the rest of them that haven't come up yet into hopefully the end of November if I can heal with enough time. And then December, any of the things that haven't been called yet that are Christmas, Hanukkah, winter, will get worked on in a rotation in December. So that's the plan for the end of this year. I've been thinking about what I'm gonna do for next year. I'm finally getting the battery light, so I'm going to save that for my next video to let y'all know what I'm planning for next year, but I'm so excited and I already can't wait for next year. So I hope y'all are having a wonderful November, and I'll see you back here in December. Bye!